Well, hello and welcome to Karting Live TV and a special event for us. It's the Gearfest and Round 6 at Fulbeck here. A festival of gearbox karting, and isn't that right, Joe? There's just karting.
And cake.
Cake! Now, I think what we can see is the important thing about gearbox karting is they are able to have different sorts of cake. So this is the 210 gearbox cakes. Round here, Ash, are the KZ2 cakes. And over there are the 250 bake cakes. Now, the thing is, Joe, what we need to talk about is that I don't understand the difference between the three types of cake. So what I'd like you to do is go to the paddock and tell me what each different type of cake is. Can you do that?
And while I'm in the paddock, you're going to stay here with the cake.
Might happen.
The reason I'm standing here in the paddock at Fulbeck is down to this woman here, Sue Fairless. Sue, back in 1986, I'm not expecting you to remember it, but three sisters, you and Andy, had a kart school. I had a Formula Ford. A friend of mine took me down to your kart school. We had to go 100 National, a 125, something else that was like driving a firework. Yeah. And after that experience, I went home, sold the Formula Ford, and I've never looked back. That was a long time ago. I'm sure you remember me.
All the time, all the time. I think over the years we've met so many lovely people that have come karting, and that's why we still do it, because we meet nice people.
Here you are, 40 years later, still in a kart paddock. And Sue, you're here with the KZ Championship, which is part. It's part of explain that what's.
It's the National Karting Federation series, and we run the Clubman Championship, and it's for KZ and 250. And we come together at club meetings to make bigger gearbox grids so people can see what KZ and 250 racing is really like. And the people we deal with on a month-to-month basis are lovely.
Now, you and Andy have been around gearbox karting for 50 years, is it? Yeah, probably more. KZ, the KZ class has become a kind. Everyone talks about. I want to try a KZ at the very least. I want to race a KZ. There's a lot of drivers that are sort of gravitating out of Rotax Max X30 and into the gearbox class.
KZ has a good grounding for going further up the motorsport ladder.
Right.
Also, people who have got a budget for going into cars but have not quite got enough or not got the contacts will come and do a year in KZ. Right. Because for fitness, for generally everything happening very quickly, that it gets them ready to race at whatever class they want to go to. Now, obviously, a lot of car racing people over the winter have KZ karts for fitness. So you'll find them at Wilton Mill on a Wednesday. You'll find them hiring tracks, Fulbeck even, just generally to keep the fitness level up. Yeah. All the F1 drivers go out in KZ karts. Every single one. Lando Norris is out in Monaco, I believe, this next week.
Is he really?
In a KZ.
And of course, the reason is, Sue, the performance level of the KZ car, the power to weight ratio, everything, the grip level. You've got to really go to a high-end single-seater like a Formula 2 car, or dare I say, even Formula 1 level, LMP, hypercar level, to get that same performance feel.
In all fairness, all of them, they're pulling Gs. If you go around Luna at Three Sisters, on a KZ car, you're got in point, the Gs are so big on the neck muscles. Yeah. And it's an opportunity to do something. You're doing something that's very quick and you've got twice as much to do.
Yes.
And it's physically on the body as well. You have to be fit to do KZ racing.
So KZ's 0 to 60. What are we expecting off the line here at Fulbeck?
Don't do that.
Do we not? All right. I'm going to ask a few people in the paddock that. So, do you know how fast they're going into that hairpin on lap one?
On a short circuit, they'll be geared for about 96 miles an hour.
Oh, only 96?
Only 96. On a long circuit with different gearing, I think it's about 119 miles an hour on a long circuit.
Yes,
But on a short circuit, they're geared really probably about 96 at Fulbeck.
Wow. Sue, I was really looking forward to coming and seeing you and Andy. Give us a hug.
Thank you very
You've
much.
cost me a fortune over the years.
You and many other
2
people.
houses, a fortune.
A divorce.
A divorce. Oh, yes, that definitely. Be current wife's there, be careful.
I'll be very nice.
But I'm not racing now, so I should be fine. We have the aspirational karting class here at Fulbeck this weekend, the KZ, the gearbox kart, that everyone aspires to, even just having a go. And Lee here, the number 105 in the championship. Lee, I've got to say, whenever I've seen KZs, I always think I'd like to go, but I reckon I'd last 2 laps because I'm quite old now.
I don't know. I don't know how long it would.
You obviously do. You obviously do more than 2 laps.
We do, just about.
Yeah. Now
It's easy though.
We've just been speaking to Sue Fairless, and she was saying, how professional race drivers drive these things in the off season to keep fit. That's how physical they are, isn't it?
Yeah, they are quite physical compared to the other classes. I'd say there's quite a big difference, having raced Brotax and JK before that and so on. These are quite different, yeah.
Let's talk performance figures. So we're going to watch these. You guys do a standing start.
Yeah.
What's your 0 to 60, for instance?
I know 0 to 50 from looking at data,
That'll do.
that is about 1.9 seconds for a reasonable start.
1.9. So here at Fulbeck, standing start, how fast are you going to be going into turn 1?
Probably about 70 mile an hour.
Right, so is that going to be about 80 on a flying lap?
No, but 94.
So you are just under 100 miles an hour into the braking area for the hairpin?
For the top corner, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, which is
That sounds like a very busy lap here at Fulbeck, especially including the back chicane, etc.
yeah, for sure. And the little hairpin as well is very tight. That's
Yes.
that's the slowest part of the circuit there.
How many gear changes have you made? Can you tell me that at all? Have you paid that much attention?
It's probably about 38.
38 per lap.
Yeah.
Right, and that's up and down the box. It's basically, am I right in thinking this is basically a motorcycle gearbox? So is it 1 forward and 5 back or something?
Yeah.
I got that right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And the other key factor from the difference with the sort of karting we regularly see on Karting Live TV are these things, Ash. Brake discs on the front axle. Now, we usually see a Rotax Max and X30. They'll flick the back end out. You don't want to be doing that in a KZ, do you, Lee?
Not really, although I probably do it quite a bit, but yeah.
All right. When you're doing it quite a bit, though, that's kind of like you're kind of messing the lap up, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, it's
right.
not. You put most of the braking on the front wheels. So probably 70% of the braking is done with the front wheels.
And is there a brake? I noticed this. Ash, have a look at this. See this here?
That's a brake bias adjuster.
Right, so you can wind the brakes forward or back.
Exactly. Yes.
So you need that. And do you play with that during the race?
Not very often. In
Right.
practice, yes, a little bit, but tend to know where to put it for most circuits, and
Right.
you go, oh, yeah, I had a bit of rear locking there or something, and you can also kind of adjust the effective brake bias by how you do your downshifts.
All right.
So if you decided there's one little part of the track where you want a bit more braking on the rear,
Right.
you can make your downshifts at earlier. So the engine speed is higher and the engine has higher friction at that point. So that gives you a little bit more rearward bias temporarily if you want it.
Well, that sounds really cool. So you're actually using the engine to slow you down as well as the
You
brakes.
can do. It's to get a little bit of adjustment in your brake bias without adjusting it, because sometimes you might want it different in different corners, and you're not going to really be adjusting it during the lap for a given corner.
Right. Yes.
So then you play with your downshift points to give you a bit of adjustment there.
Yes. And how easy is it? This is a silly question. How easy is it to lose grip with the throttle on the rear end?
Yeah, very.
Is it really? So you've got to be delicate with the right foot.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
It sounds
It will-
far
it
too
will
complicated.
It will wheel spin
Will
up.
it really? So out of the Paddock complex here, that's a tricky part of the track that we'll be looking for.
Yes. Yeah, for sure it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's quite bumpy there as well, so it's to get a balance where you see some of the cars jumping quite badly there.
So all right, Lee, what you've just said there, right? I've got a headache just thinking about all of those elements that you're putting in to just one lap. So why do you do it?
It's fun. It's an awful lot of fun.
Is there anything like this out there other than maybe a Ferrari 296 GT3 that will give you that much fun?
Not that I've been in anyway.
Yeah.
Let's put it that way. Definitely.
How's your championship going, by the way?
Running 5th in the series at the moment.
That's called contention, isn't it?
Yeah. We need to find a bit more speed for tomorrow. We'll see.
You are going to give it a go. Lee, thank you very much, mate. Wish you all the very best for the race day. And thanks for that great insight. It's even more complex than I thought. Maybe I'll not need to have a go anymore.
Well, whilst Joe goes and tries to find something about karting, I'm sticking with the most important thing about the weekend, which is the cakes. With Julie Thornton, she is, of course, the competition secretary for Fulbeck. And more importantly, you're the judge. Give us an idea about why this Gearbox team loves their cake so much.
Well, it's an annual thing now at our Gearbox Festival. It started off on the 40th anniversary of the 210 Challenge. We now do it every year, and all the cakes are judged and then sold to raise funds for the Lincolnshire Air Ambulance. So
Now-
it's a good cause as well.
But I understand that you're only judging them visually. I mean, is it just too much of a challenge to eat them all?
Absolutely. Absolutely, it's a challenge. And if I start picking at them, we then can't sell them because I've had a bite out of one. Nobody's going to buy it.
Because obviously there are several volunteers in the Karting Live TV crew. Be happy to help you taste them.
That's fine. You can have one after we've finished.
And of course we will pay for them. Thanks, Julie.
Thank you. Thank you.
So let's move on to 250 Super. These are literally like driving a firework. Jack Bliss here. I think he's won everything. Jack, you've got the O plate on your kart at the moment. You have got, what other plate did you mention?
I've got the E plate, the O plate. I've second in the championship for the last 2 years, won it the 2 years previous.
So you're the man to talk to, which is why I'm here. Now, who's this?
This is Roro.
Roro.
Yeah, my little rescue dash hound.
Right. And the reason why we are Roro as part of the interview is because she was shouting a lot, wasn't she?
She was shouting a lot. She does a lot of that.
Let's move on to the kart, shall we, Jack? I'll move around here. So this is a 250 Super, 250cc engine.
Yep.
Give us some idea of performance levels. Standing start again for these karts. What's your 0 to 60?
The best I've had is about two seconds.
Wow, right.
To 3.
Right,
2 to
okay.
3 seconds, depending on traction, really.
That's quick enough. When you say traction, easy to brake traction.
Yes, very. Especially if you've got a bit of a mossy surface.
Right.
Then it's-
How are you controlling that here at Fulbeck then? Is it a bit of clutch or just purely throttle?
Make sure the tyres are hot.
Right.
That's about it. That's all you can do because you can't really feather it off the start because someone will come past you.
Right. So that's a bit of a sort of a modulation of the throttle. And can you feel the grip sort of release?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can feel everything with these. They're very, very raw, mechanical. You feel everything.
Yeah. Like I said, it's like driving a firework in my view. What sort of speed are you hitting? Say right at the start, into the hairpin. What speed?
Well, end of the straight, we're looking today. We've done about 98.5 mile an hour. We've had 100, just over 100 down there on previous days. So yeah, it's fairly quick.
Yeah, I think quick enough. Do you play about with ratios? Are you allowed to play about with the ratios?
You can do whatever you like.
Oh, really?
You can do whatever you like. So we'd normally do it on gearing. We have tried different gearboxes, but it's all much of a muchness, really. So we just run standard.
So here we are, day before the race day, practice day. It's not your first time at Fulbeck, Jack, is it? So do you use data from previous, and is it variable to any great extent?
Absolutely. We use data all the time.
Yeah.
Just air, the day, temperature, what the track's like. I've probably done over 5,000 laps around here.
Right.
So we've got a lot of data.
Right. Or will I see changes of things like gear ratios on race day, depending on which way the wind blows, for instance?
Absolutely.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's very small changes, but
Right.
absolutely, you do change. You change ratios only through gearing.
Yes.
Only through
Right,
gearing
right.
on race day. And I mean, we do sometimes dabble in changing the gearboxes between tracks we go to, but it's
Right.
normally just gearing.
Right. And there's a lot. We haven't even begun to talk about setup of the handling of the kart. Is that something again that you have to hone, and is that something that changes across the day?
Very minuscule throughout the day, and on this we've sort of got to a point now where everything's minuscule changes. So from track to track, it's millimeters, literally.
So if someone was all right, this is not your starter level entry level, I should say, karting, is it? So what sort of karting have you done before you went to 250 Super?
I started in cadets here
Right.
when I was 9. Raced them until I was 12. Did a year of Minimax and then had 5 years out and started in 250 gearbox when I was 18.
Oh, right. You kind of, as an adult then, you went straight into gearbox.
Straight into 250 gearbox.
Is it the engineering aspect that you find a challenge as well? Because you've got to enjoy that tinkering side of things.
You have to enjoy it because you're doing a lot of it.
Yeah.
It's the development that I really enjoy. Just getting everything right, developing the engine, the car, just getting everything to work right.
And do you reckon you're going to be happy by tomorrow afternoon then, or is it always a work in progress?
Always a work in progress. Always. I am the actual outright lap record holder here.
Right.
But I didn't break it by what I wanted to break it by, so
Okay.
I'll be chasing that tomorrow.
Well, the sun's coming out tomorrow, so you can have a hot track. So is that,
We'll see. It might be a couple of tenths off. So
we'll keep an eye on Jack Bliss for that track record. Oliver Stewart clinched the British Championship. That's why Oliver here. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Let me shake your hand. Was that last weekend, by the way?
No, 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
In Bolton.
Oliver, step aside, because I want to show the camera this. That is come back in. That is a very hard fought number plate, that.
Yeah, it's been a very difficult year. We've had very good difficult 2 years. We were in a car crash last year, so to come back to racing has been very tough. So for our whole family, it's a big achievement.
So your British Championship is completed,
Yeah.
job done. Here you are at Fulbeck. What's to do in this championship?
So we have the Super 4 Championship here at Fulbeck. There's 3 more rounds, I believe, after this. I'm currently leading by 12 points, so basically just to attempt to extend my lead, and hopefully we can then bring another trophy home at the end of the year.
So you're going for the double.
Yeah, ideally, but obviously it's not going to be easy. There's a lot of talent in this field. We've got, I think, 20 this weekend, but there's been a total of about 40 different drivers over the whole championship. So Charlie over there is sitting in second, and he's very, very quick. So it's not going to be easy, but hopefully we can do it.
And Charlie is in the Birrell awning with you.
Yeah.
Any sharing of data? Are you helping each other out?
Yeah, of course. I mean, that's what teammates do. I have nothing against Charlie. We just race fiercely on track, but we're good friends off the track. So yeah, we've just got to work hard and bounce things off each other. Hopefully, try and get each other to the front, and then see if we can get 1-2 at the end of the year.
I want to talk to you, a teammate of yours once again. Well done, mate. British champion. Jessica Edgar here, one of the Edgars that I'm familiar with. Her cousin Johnny races in sports cars, but it doesn't, for me, Jessica, it doesn't feel that long ago that Johnny was racing karts. I'm sure that's not a thing for you. What has brought you to KZ's then? I mean, this is not normal stomping ground for a female karter. We see a lot in Rotax Max, but how many females are in KZ as far as you're aware?
This year there's only been me and Ella Stevens. So
I thought so.
of us.
Yeah. So, what is it about the KZ that made you want to race KZs other than than other karts?
I think KZ kind of like appealed to me because I came from car racing. I did car racing for the last 3 years, and KZ seemed like a good opportunity for me to come back to karting, and it's a new challenge for me, and learning this year in KZ's been really fun, so I've enjoyed it.
Karting is a very physical sport. There's a lot of talk about females in motorsport, and as they get up the levels, the physicality becomes different. Jamie Chadwick doing NXT and now racing a prototype, the sort of car that your cousin Johnny races. This is perhaps one of the most physical karts in UK karting. How are you finding the physicality? You're obviously managing, because I've seen you running at the front.
Yeah, when I first started in KZ, it was really hard. My first race was the first round of the Super 4 at Wigan, and I was really struggling. But I've got used to it gradually, and I'm getting more and more used to it. But it is really tough, and yeah, definitely one of the most physical karts that there is.
Do you do any kind of training for it, and gym work and stuff?
Yeah, I do go to the gym, which kind of carried on from my car racing. But I think there's nothing like seat time. Like, you can't replicate in a gym what it is to drive. So.
Yeah. We've seen drivers with those weights on their neck and stuff. You're pulling quite a bit of G there. Is the neck the first thing to go on one of these?
I think coming from car racing, my neck's been fine because it's quite hard on your neck and that. It was more my arms and my body that's been sore in this.
What would you say to any females out there? All right, they may be racing X30s or Rotax Max. What would you say about KZs to them? Would you say, come and join me?
Yeah, definitely come and join us in KZ. It's a good, fun class, and everyone gets along well, and it's really enjoyable.
And the karts are really fast, aren't they?
Very fast.
Yes. Very fast. Thanks, Jess.
Thank you.
Even at this level in gearbox karting, the KZ class, we've got a dad and lad set up here. Aidan McDonald here with his dad. What's your dad's name?
Alistair McDonald.
Alistair, you've got a voice too, haven't you?
Yeah, Alistair, thank you.
Say. You guys came from Rotax Max Karting, and Aidan, you've jumped into a KZ. There's a lot more to think about on a KZ though, isn't there?
Yeah, there sure is. It's a harder kart to drive, but I much prefer to drive it.
What exactly do you mean by prefer? What are you getting out of it?
I almost just find it easier to drive. It's nicer to drive. Like, it's not as, like, the road tax is a bit, like, it's a good kart, but I just prefer the KZ.
You like the smoothness maybe of the four, the two axle braking system?
Yeah, I definitely do. It suits my style of driving more.
Dad, I'm going to ask Alistair. Dad, I'm going to ask you. You're his mechanic.
He does as much as I do, but yeah.
Don't spoil the illusion. So you're Aiden's mechanic. He's the driver. From a sense of talking to an audience out there who might be thinking, what is this KZ? These guys are racing karts that are more familiar on Karting Live TV. So what would you say to them about getting involved in this class with regards to the technicals?
I guess, it was a big jump for me as well. Going from the Rotax, we've been Rotax for years, and being around other people, coming to grids and getting advice and help, and it's as much a learning experience for me now, jumping the class. So being involved in this competition is a big help,
Yeah. What's the team that you're with? And is that Neil McLennan Racing?
That's right.
Is Neil a gearbox specialist?
Yes. Neil won Super 4 last year as well himself. So
All right. So he knows a bit.
Yeah.
You're in the right order, then.
Absolutely. So.
What exactly are you looking at? Sort of, let's say, Aiden comes in. He says, "Dad, I'm not pulling the right revs at the end of the straight." You look at his driving, he's coming out the corner. Well, where am I going to change?
Well, that's where I'm after a bit of advice, but we're gearing, jetting.
Is that when you go to Neil?
Yeah, pretty much. But a lot to learn more with the jetting here, I find, with the KZ, as opposed to the Rotax, certainly. So, it's a challenge for me as well,
And you guys, Aiden, you obviously are not fazed by the amount of elements that we can change on a KZ in comparison to, your old Rotax Max.
Yeah, no, I much prefer it. Much more change. You can play with much more, and it makes kart quicker.
And they are so much quicker.
Aye, they are a bit. You don't really notice it, but they are a bit.
Yeah. Do you get used to that speed? I mean, I've been talking to other people. 2 seconds 0 to 60. Somebody said like 90 miles an hour into turn 1. Do you get used to that?
Yeah, you don't really think about it. It's just what it is.
I do.
And then he's your kid, isn't he? Yeah, exactly. But then do you start saying, "Dad, I need more speed"?
Not really. Just like it depends on the track. Just as quick as it goes.
Team effort, is it, Alistair? When everything's going right, when it goes wrong,
we make it together. We've always made the decisions together, so we win together, we lose together. So
I love Dad and Lad. I love Dad and Lad kart. It's great. Enjoy this time spent with your dad. Enjoy that time spent with your boy. I'm sure you are. Thanks, guys. As ever, we've got some junior classes. We've got a new class to Karting Live TV. We've got a Water Swift. We've got a Micromax. We've got another Water Swift belonging to George in the middle there. But we'll first start with Frank. Frank Morris. Who's this, Frank?
Moose.
Hello, Moose. Does Moose say anything?
He can't. He's a dog.
Well, she can bark, though, can't he?
Okay.
All right. Tell me about your Water Swift then. It's an IAME engine, yeah?
And it's the first TB Water Swift.
Is it really?
In the UK, and it's doing pretty well, and we're doing British as well, and then on Wednesday we're testing at Le Mans. So.
At Le Mans? Are you racing at Le Mans?
In October, yes.
Right, and what's that for? The European Trophy or something?
We're just doing it just for some experience.
All right. So you're here by yourself, aren't you? Are you the only Water Swift here?
For tomorrow, yes.
Yeah. So you're going to be in amongst the Micromax class, aren't you?
Yeah, normally we just beat them all.
Well, the IAME Water Swift is slightly quicker than the Micromax, so will we see you going ahead, Frank?
Yeah, but they never put us at the front here. It's weird.
Well, but doesn't that give you something to do then, overtaking all the micros?
It's fun, honestly, doing it, and just like the harder people is when you go up and up, and we don't get much experience, but it's still something.
Yeah, I mean, you get experience of overtaking, aren't you?
Yeah, it's mostly because, but the slower karts don't give me any experience, faster kids, like Teddy Shepherd. Those are definitely ones which are hard to overtake.
Yeah. When's your last round of the British?
It's September, for 2 weeks, second week of September.
What's the track?
Wilton Mill.
All right, you like Wilton Mill?
Yeah, it's a good track, honestly.
Do you like Fulbeck?
Yeah, it's basically my home track.
Right. Now then, George asked you, come over here, George. Thank you, Frank. George, you are very tall, but I've been told that you are not eligible to race the water swift because you're a Bambino driver, is that right?
Yeah.
Right, so you've been out for practice on a water swift, which is a lot quicker than your Bambino, isn't it?
Hell yeah.
Tell me about it. Did he just say hell yes, by the way? Tell me about it.
The water is loads faster than my Bambino.
Yeah, is it faster on the straights?
Hell yeah.
Hell yes again. Is it faster in the corners?
Yeah. Really fast.
And do you like that?
Yeah. I like it.
Yeah. So why didn't your mum not lie about your age and get you in the water swift race? No, don't answer that, because this is MSUK, of course. We can't be having that. So when are you old enough to race the water swift? Race the water swift?
Next year.
Ah, right. I bet you can't wait, can you?
Maybe.
I bet you can't wait to race this water swift, though, George.
I bet I can.
Yeah. Are you going to get one for Christmas?
Yes.
Mum and Dad, one for Christmas. Right now then, Jackson Foots. Thank you, George. I'll step over here to Jackson because, Jax, I want to see your kart, mate. This is a Micromax. We're familiar with Micromax. Now, what do you like the best about driving this Micromax, Jax?
Winning.
Winning?
Yes.
Are you going to win tomorrow?
Yes.
Right. What makes you so confident?
There are not many fast drivers.
All right. And are you a fast driver?
Yes.
Right. What is the difference? What makes you a fast driver?
Beating Teddy Shepherd.
So how hard is it to be a fast driver?
Very hard.
It's really hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you like the most then about winning?
Winning. Beating people and trying hard.
Beating people and trying hard.
Yes.
And you see you're going to win tomorrow.
Yes.
And you've got to drive really fast around Fulbeck.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you like Fulbeck?
Yes.
What's the best bit about Fulbeck?
The chicanes.
You like the chicanes?
Yes.
What about that top hairpin? That must be really great, right? Driving around there.
Yeah.
Is it very fast?
Yes.
You seem to like going fast, Jackson.
Very.
Yeah. Very what? Very fast or very light?
Very fast.
Right. So that's what we need to do tomorrow, yeah?
Yes.
Right. Boys, really, really great to talk to you. Micromax Water Swift going to be in together. We've also got an Intermax class here. But Jackson here says he's going to win. Let's see if he does. We'll be all rooting for you, Jackson.
Yep.
So that rounds off our discovery of what gearbox karting's all about here at Fulbeck. We're back in the clubhouse and Nick is...